Hey everyone! Firstly, I'm so sorry. Let's not even go into the specifics of how long it's been since I've done one of these vlogs. But once I explain to you all the things that have gone on in the last couple of months, I hope you'll forgive me, and I'm pretty sure you'll understand why I fell off the map for so long. I also apologize for the awkward thing that my bangs are doing right now, where they keep looking like a pirate's eye patch. I don't know what's going on. So, I mainly wanted to talk to you about writing and all the things that have happened in my life over the last couple of months, and also give you a quick review of Without Borders by Amanda Heger, which is one of my latest reads. And I am just so lucky I got the chance to read this book, and I needed to tell you about it. So, firstly, the beginning of April was one of the craziest times of my entire life, bar none. So, like Clark Kent, I do have a day job. And I've been in central Pennsylvania for most of my life. So it was kind of a fun adventure to be applying for new jobs in different places because I wanted to challenge myself and to grow as a human being. And I just thought that it was time for a new phase of my life. So I applied for jobs all over, and I got a phone call for an interview in Nashville. So the first weekend of April, I ended up flying down to Nashville for this interview. And I thought it went well, and didn't really think about it too much because I had a number of work-related deadlines, writing deadlines, and personal things that just needed to be done in the first couple of weeks of April, so I just didn't think about it. The following weekend, I ended up going to Houston for my little brother's birthday, and I stopped in Houston for the weekend, and then I went on to Las Vegas for the following week for the RT convention. So I've been in Houston now for about 2 hours, and then I get a phone call. And it's from George Washington University, which I applied to in March for graduate school, round 2, I know, for a master's in public health. And I got in. So that was really exciting. And, me and my brother are like, yeah, let's go to lunch. Let's celebrate. And we're out to celebrate his birthday and my acceptance, and I get a phone call from Nashville. I got the job. So that was big, and then I found out that my turnaround time was 3 weeks from the date of the phone call to needing to start my job. So I was gone for the following week, which kind of added to the chaos a little bit because I had 2 weeks to wrap up my life in Pennsylvania. But I was in Vegas at least for that week. So I ended up going to the RT convention where I roomed with Amanda Heger, Meredith Tate, Jamie Howard, and Marie Meyer, and got to hang out with Kate Elmary, Diana Garden, Kelly Siskind, Riley Edgewood, Elizabeth Briggs, everybody who was just incredible. I also got to meet my agent, Stacey Donaghy, and Kay Tucker, who's one of my favorite writers. And I also got to hang out with Sonali Dev, who is also one of my favorite writers and a dear friend of mine. I get to fangirl a little bit every time I hang out with her, which is probably not normal, but we'll go with it. We'll just make an exception this one time. I was so lucky to hang out with all of these women because they are so strong, and it's a really supportive writing community, and I really felt that being there. There were readers and writers and industry professionals, and I learned a lot, and I had a lot of fun because Vegas. I went to a Magic Mike-esque show with a bunch of friends. It was called Thunder from Down Under. Yeah, Australian guys. It was awesome. And on top of that, we went to a Cirque show, which was very sex-based and beautiful in so many different ways. And of course, I gambled $6 before I decided I was bad at Vegas and lost it. And just got to hang out with friends. It was an amazing week. I felt so relaxed. The hotel had this amazing view of the entire skyline because it wasn't right on the strip. So we got to see the strip at night, which was really beautiful from very, very high up. And it was just an amazing week all around. So I got back. I packed up my things. I wrapped up my life, and I started my new job in Nashville at the beginning of May, and it's been going really well. I only have 2 friends in the city right now outside of work. My good friend from when I was in 5th grade onward, about 20 years now. He lives here with his wife and his baby, and I have a grad student friend as well at Vanderbilt. My other friend from college, from Penn State, actually just moved to the West Coast, but we had 3 weeks in the same city together, and we definitely capitalized on that. It was so much fun. So I miss him dearly already, but I'll get there and I'll be making new friends soon. So even though it's a little bit lonely once in a while here right now, it's been a lot of fun, and I've already conquered a number of fears that I didn't even realize I had, which I guess is the purpose of big changes like this in the first place. In terms of writing, there have been a lot of things going on. Finished a new manuscript. It's the same one I've been working on and off for about the last year and a half. It's been a tough one to write, and kind of to get the vibe on the way that I want it to be. So I just sent that to my agent, and hopefully we'll have good news with that soon. We do have good news with the Rearranged Life. Right around the time of the Houston trip, literally the day before, I got a phone call from Stacy, and she told me that we sold the foreign rights for the Rearranged Life to Poland. So what that means is this publisher, who has published the likes of Alicia Silverstone and Jessica Alba, so I'm in good company, they bought the rights to the Rearranged Life, which means that they get to translate the book into Polish, and they get to come up with a new cover for it, and it's going to be in hardback and paperback. It's a really big step, and it's really exciting. I'm super pumped to see how they market it to the Polish people, and how different it is from the marketing that we utilize in the United States. I will share, hopefully, as cover reveals happen and the release happens, and we'll all get to share in the journey together. But it'll be about a year, I think, because so much work goes into publishing that I think people don't realize sometimes, and this is no different than that. So I will keep you updated as things go on, but it may take a little bit of time. I also read this amazing book that I needed to tell you guys about. Amanda Heger came out with her debut, Without Borders. It's the first in the Wanderlove series, and I am speechless at this book. It's about a medical mission in Nicaragua that turns into a love story, and it's magical and funny and clever and witty and realistic and has funny turns and twists. If you've ever read Amanda Heger's Twitter, which, fair warning, is 95% penis jokes, I would tell you that you have a good taste of what her sense of humor is like, and how incredibly just witty she is, and how funny she is. And I can attest to that anyway, because I'm privileged to call her a friend. But I think that even if I wasn't friends with her, I would love this book just as much, or probably, maybe even more. Because she is somebody who cares about getting the details right. It's often, called out in public domains when a writer doesn't get things right, when a writer doesn't try, or when a writer says, but I have friends of X, Y, and Z race, and they said it was fine. And that generalization becomes a little bit exclusive, because the people that are saying, no, this isn't right about my culture or my race or my language or whatever, they are kind of excluded, and they just feel sorry that this writer hasn't taken the time to understand, or to be there, or to really do their due diligence. Now, Amanda, I have seen the kind of influence and the kind of knowledge that Nicaragua has given her, because she's been there. And I know the kind of effort that she makes to get the story right and to get the details right. And more than that, I think if she gets it wrong, she's the kind of writer who will listen when you call her out on it, or if you try and explain to her what exactly she could do better next time. And the reason I say this isn't because she's a friend of mine. It's because we call out people so often that we need to recognize whenever people are the kinds of people who will try and get it right. And she is one of them. I would recommend this book anyway, just because it's so funny and so fabulous, and exactly the kind of book I would love to read on a beach somewhere, or, on a plane, or traveling somewhere, because it takes you to Nicaragua. And I haven't been there, so it was an amazing read for me, because I love to travel, and now I actually want to go there, just because of this book. So I would definitely recommend it to anybody. Please go read it. It's going to change your life as much as it's changed mine, as much as she has changed mine. So I just wanted to give you an update, I guess, on everything that's been happening lately, and apologize profusely for disappearing, and tell you about the Rearranged Life. and the potential for a sequel and third book, by the way, in those. The details are still being figured out, so I can't talk about it too much, but I'll keep you in the loop, and I'll update you as things change, and I'll update you as the stuff goes on with the manuscript going forward. And hopefully, as I vlog every week with my latest read, I will get to know your reading tastes and you'll get to know mine. I can't wait to get to know you better. As always, I thank you so much for letting me live the life that I do. I wouldn't be able to do what I do if you hadn't sent me emails to tell me that the Rearranged Life changed yours, or that you wanted to move 2 states away and you picked up your life and left because Nithya decided to follow her heart and you decided that you needed to follow yours because of reading that story and those characters that are so close to my heart. So I am lucky, and I thank you so much for that opportunity. I am definitely the most privileged person ever. I just wanted to touch base with you guys, and I can't wait to hear from you. Keep in touch. Email me, Annika@annikasharma.com, and I hope I get to talk to you about everything that your life has going on for you as well.